Good morning, teachers and classmates. My name is Raisa from JC Tuzil, school ID 072 and student code 0592. The broad topic chosen was cybersecurity and digital privacy, but for me personally, I will be focusing on the subtopic catfishing. So, why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic because technology is bigger than ever right now, and it only means that it will become bigger in the future. We will need all the information possible on this topic, and as we all know, technology is super intelligent, so we will also need to find ways to protect ourselves from any harm that it may cause. Before going further into my presentation, here is the table of contents. We will go over a little on the main topic, the subtopic, the aim, the causes in both Indonesia and other countries like the United States. So, what is cybersecurity and digital privacy? Cybersecurity is the application of technologies, processes, and controls to protect systems, networks, programs, devices, and data from cyber attacks. As for digital privacy, it is the action of protecting all information that exists in digital form. This could be images, videos, and even audio recording. Let's go into the subtopic. Catfishing refers to when a person takes information like images of another person and uses it to create a brand new identity for themselves. Catfishers would mostly steal your date of birth, your pictures, or your geographic location. My aim for today is to provide further education for everyone here and our younger schoolmates as technology is fast growing and extremely dangerous. By the end of this presentation, I hope I will have a solution to better or even fix this matter. Before I started my research, I asked myself these 3 questions. You may ask these questions yourself as well. Where does it begin? I thought that it began on dating apps. Who do you think are catfishers? Men or women? I was not 100% sure about this one, but I was leaning more towards men. Lastly, why do they do this? I thought that they did this because they had nothing better to do. What about you? What do you think? For the first question, I answered correctly. Catfishing does indeed start from dating apps and websites. Catfishing is relevant on dating platforms where individuals seek romantic or sexual relationships. Applications like Tinder or Facebook are often targeted. Catfishing also starts from social media platforms like Facebook, stated before. Facebook and Instagram provide opportunities for catfishers to create fake profiles and connect with their potential victims. Finally, we have gaming platforms. Even though the number of catfishers on online gaming platforms are significantly less than social media or dating apps, it is still increasing over time. Platforms like Roblox and PlayStation are relatively increasing as the predators can use the game as a way of interaction with their victims. For the second question, which was who do you think are catfishers? I answered men. So here is a graph with the information on catfishing targets and predators, demographic characteristics. Surprisingly, more women are likely to be predators and also victims at the same time. This is really interesting to me, because I guess that means that women catfish other women as well. Very interesting. 24 is the average age for catfishers, and most victims and predators are likely to be Hispanic individuals. Lastly, why do they do this? Like stated before, I thought that they did this for fun or because they had nothing better to do. However, I realized that there's a deeper meaning behind all of this. The psychology behind catfishing is, firstly, the need for attention. Catfishers or individuals may feel lonely or irrelevant in their real lives in reality and use online gaming as an opportunity to create a false identity that is more attractive or successful than their real selves. For example, a player who is struggling in their personal life may create a character that is highly skilled in that game, giving them a sense of accomplishment and admiration from others. Number 2 is the thrill of deception. They may enjoy power that comes from manipulating others or the excitement of developing a new identity. And the last one is the lack of consequences. Since everything is online, where it is rather difficult to track someone down, it will be harder for catfishers to get caught if their name or their address or their age, their birthday isn't mentioned at all. The next slide is a diagram or a map on the states with the highest rates of catfishing victims. Surprisingly, states that are less popular, like Alaska and Nevada, are ranked first and second respectively. What I mean by less popular states, popular states are like California or Washington. Washington is on the diagram, but it is way lower than Alaska and Nevada. Alaska is the highest ranked state for catfishing, so I took an interesting crime case from there. Court documents show that Bremer, 18, struck up an online relationship with 21-year-old Schillmiller, who pretended to be a millionaire living in Indiana. So Schillmiller is the catfisher and Bremer is the victim. He claimed to be a millionaire and said that he would send Bremer $9 million in exchange for photos and videos of a killing. Bremer then killed her best friend or one of her close friends, which is Hoffman. The next slide. Similarly, a case in Indonesia happened as well. Both these predators were money-driven or motivated by money. This is the case of Azura. Azura told so many different versions of her life that it is difficult to ascertain the truth. She used a combination of charisma, seduction, and outright lies to convince people to part with their money. She even managed to enter world socialized circles and even received an invitation to dinner from Joe Biden's son. She told everyone she was a princess, that she was born in Germany, but in reality she lived in Indonesia or was from Indonesia. She said that she inherited 30 million US dollars from her father and has a monthly allowance of 150,000 US dollars. And her family is among the top 10 wealthiest in Indonesia. Turns out that was all fake. There's actually a law in Indonesia, the law of falsifying names, Article 379 of the Criminal Code, where you can receive a maximum prison sentence of over 4 years. So with that being said, here is my solution. The solution is selective disclosure. Applications like Instagram or Facebook with high catfishing cases should really have this. This is an option where individuals can decide on what data to share. Like he decided to share his name, his birthday, and his gender. And he decided to keep his image, his birth country hidden.